Hey, black women. I wanted to come and talk to you today about two things personal to me, which is black femicide, the 4B movement, and us. That's three things. Okay. So today I am on my way to do a follow-up biopsy from a mammogram cancer screening, right? I want black women to take everything about their health seriously. Because even though I'm just going in to make sure I don't have cancer, you never know when you actually do have it. And since there's so much anti-blackness and racism in the medical field when it comes to white doctors and white nurses and every other type of person of color who over assimilates and identifies with whiteness, you have to be careful, okay? When I did this mammo cancer screening, I paid for extra testing. I had enhanced imaging, everything, right? And so now they claim they see something. So I have to go in and make sure it's not serious cancer, right? All right. Follow up with everything about your health. Get 2, 3, 4 opinions about what's going on with you. Research, ask questions, contact the number one specialist in the country. Do what you got to do to make sure your health is on par. Because we have enough things constantly stacked against us as black women in this particular country, let alone the entire world. To end that and go into this, I happened to see quite a few videos last night and this morning in regards to the 4B movement of black women picking it up in America. And when I say this, I do understand that there are other women championing the 4B movement in America, which is needed because America fucking sucks when it comes to the injustice and the inequality towards women. And then black women have it even worse. So yes, it is time for insane change in America. And we all us black women and other women, we can make it happen. So last night, I was scrolling and messing around on TikTok, and I came across this live where I really hate this when black males try to speak for black women. They are not an authority on us, and they do not have the right to speak on our issues because they're not black women. And black women, you need to stop championing these people and patronizing them and supporting their channels. You need to cut that shit out. So anyway, I'm watching this live and I'm watching this black dude try to turn the very serious movement of black women trying to claim their humanity, their individuality, the freedom of choice of their own body, including everything from the Crown Act to fighting against the Roe versus Wade overturning, to the human trafficking of our children and our women, to the black femicide of our women and children, to the domestic violence of our women and children. This is the stand black women are supposed to be standing up for. The stand is for a complete separation, no contact whatsoever with black males or men in general, for all the other women, because we want this world and this country in particular to give women their fucking due. We are human beings who do not need your fucking permission to exist. And we don't want to live validated by a dude that is less than us, in the sense that they don't even make it into this world without coming through our physical bodies. So they in no way should ever be allowed to solely make decisions and laws and conditions of life around how we live in this world. So anyway, he's going on and on trying to convince these black women on this panel that the whole 4B movement is about a reconciliation of relationships with black males, instead of understanding that no, motherfucker, You're not allowed to speak on this. This is what they do all the time. Try to overtake and overwhelm the situation and try to redirect it and put it on another fucking track. No. This is about women, for women, only for women. So I'm going to need all my black women and any other women that are down with it to shun all those women that are having those conversations with those black males and any other men in regards to trying to bridge the gap or to repair the relationship. There ain't no repairing no fucking relationship. We've been in this country how fucking long? Hundreds of years, centuries. We've been in existence for centuries. And you motherfuckers ain't took no time in any of that past to try to say, you know, we really are a fucked up group of people in this world, race of individuals or species, whatever, the male population. We're really fucked up. We're always trying to control women and children, and everywhere we go, do nothing but cause death, destruction, and devastation, and feel like we accomplishing some shit around here. No, black women, do not subscribe to that bullshit. The 4B movement is originated by the South Korean women in Korea. They want nothing to do with any type of man or male. That is the movement. Do not get twisted. Do not let these guys in because they're not part of our movement. Do not let these black male worshiping women into our movement because they ain't part of our movement. This is about us, for us, by us. Understand? This is Black Women FUBU, okay? I've heard many stupid black women on different channels start to try to give black women in America, oh, she started it first. She started talking about the movement. No, we're not doing that with this movement either. Ain't no content creator within the black woman sphere on YouTube started the 4B movement in America. We're borrowing it from Korea. So any of us that are talking about the 4B movement for black women, give the respect and the acknowledgement to the women who are the fucking blueprint of the movement and who are actually putting their lives and their livelihoods on the goddamn line for us to follow in their path and to make shit happen wherever we are in the world. Give proper respect and acknowledgement and stop trying to piggyback and take claim for something your ass didn't have nothing to do with. Yeah, I'm calling all you motherfuckers out. You didn't start that here. That was actually started in 2016 in South Korea with a movement up until 2024. They get all the credit. We just pick it up from where they have left off and we continue it here. So I want y'all to understand that within this movement, you're going to have so much resistance like these people trying to infiltrate the same way they did everybody in this country who ever tried to make a real movement of change in America. Malcolm X, Fannie Lou Hamer, Mary Chisholm. This is what they do. They try to cut you off at the knees. So black women understand this, and other women. When you start really taking up this 4B movement in America the way we need to, total separation, have no children of any kind. Don't marry anyone. Do not date men, and do not get into relationships with men. There's no dating, no marriage, no fucking, no having children. That is the 4Bs, right? When you do that, understand that as women of this country, you fuel the economy of this country by the babies you have. And as black women, you not only fuel the economy, but you keep patriarchy going and capitalism. Because it's the black bodies that they majoritively house in the prison systems and use to profit their companies that they pour into the prison system for free labor and all that type of stuff. And the recidivism through the courts and all of the other things in this society that give these people money and generate revenue for the city, the state, and the federal. It's all about the babies you have that they can exploit, use, and make money off of. So when they see, talking about white America now, talking about the government, when they see black women, most importantly, mobilizing and saying, fuck black males, they know we got a crisis going on of black femicide and domestic violence and child homicide, but yet they're not saying nothing. They're not saying anything because it kills two birds with one stone. When you don't say anything about it, you keep the status quo as normal. So you keep all these silly black women getting into relationships with these dudes who are killing them, killing their children, trafficking them, unaliving them, disappearing them, all that stuff, right? And the dudes that commit those acts, they now get housed to make money for white America. And the cycle continues. So when black women step back and go, all we doing is losing in this situation. We don't never win in this scenario in any way. So when you remove yourself from it altogether, you win. And you begin to crumble the infrastructure all around America. So all these rich hoity-toity motherfuckers like Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and every other goddamn Republican who wants to have a dictatorship and take America back to the slavery days, right? You take away their power. You take away the money that they used to having amply by simply loving on you, making your life all about you and only you, and not having any children in this motherfucker until eventually the day comes when they do for you the same thing the government is doing for those South Korean women, presenting you with a motherfucking check to say, I'll give you this amount of money or more if you just start having babies. That's the point you want to get to. You want to get to the negotiation table where we can make some motherfucking change in this country, where women get equal pay to these douchebag fucking males. Women get equal housing opportunities, job opportunities, education opportunities, public election opportunities, presidential opportunities. These are all the things that we are being held from now with this patriarchy. And now understand though, they're not going to give it to you easy, right? They're going to try to fuck you up the same way they did in COVID. They're going to try to take your jobs from you. They're going to try to put taxes on women being single and not being in relationships with dudes. They're going to try to make it hard with health care, child care, travel, and everything else. But guess what? Stand your motherfucking ground and don't give up. If it takes women to band together and you have nothing but communities and households of 3, 4, 5 women together holding it down, our ancestors did it in the past, you could do it today. And you could do it easier today because you got the internet. So if you need to set up individually where you are a network of black women for support, and you get yourself a circle of sisters, and you need them for mental support, financial support, physical support. Girl, I need to paint my house. Or girl, I need to pay people to help me clean my house. Whatever the girl is that you're calling for and you need a sister to come running, there are tons of them out there for you to utilize. That's the mindset we have to be in to make this shit work. And if ever you lose your footing along the way, you just look to South Korea as your example and as your blueprint to get your ass back on track. Because those women have gotten so politically powerful. The government is already at the point now where they're trying to negotiate with them and give them almost anything they want. And that has never happened in the history of this life we're living in to the present moment I'm speaking to you. That has never happened before with any group of women. Shout out to the fucking South Korean women. They are super women as far as I'm concerned. Much love and respect to them because they are going to fuck off in their country. And I think we here in America need to do the same goddamn thing. And black women, you stand up and take your rightful place as the leader of the pack and get your ass out there moving and doing. Because ultimately, all this shit falls on us in the end. Because see, we are supposed to be and are considered the lowest rung in society. So on that ladder of stratification of society where you got all them hoity-toity rich white motherfuckers at the top that don't do nothing, don't deserve their position, and damn sure don't deserve that money they got, make them motherfuckers start to earn it. And you go get some of that pie too and have some of that money in your own goddamn pocket, because you have worked hard enough for that money long enough, y'all. And all it takes is an adjustment to your mentality. I can live happy in this life without dealing with any type of men, and especially black males, because they out here killing black women and children every day, every 4 to 5 hours of the day. And you make it a conscious effort to say to yourself, I'm going to stand up for all things black women. Other women, y'all out there say, I'm going to make it my mission to stand up for all things women and black women. And we get this shit moving. Black women, I have not given up on the Black Femicide March. I have to still wait because people are still grieving and it's new, this police officer's death. I have to deal with the police department, so I must be patient as well as you. I am working on it and I will not give up until I get an answer. And I do believe that if I have less than 1,000 people, I can do it without the police department's permission. I just have to notify them and let them know where the event will be held so that they can have a patrol car or some units or whatever come by periodically to check on us to make sure everything is okay. So we have that option. We have that option as the last choice. But I actually want to get their permission, get the permits for the sound, for the location, for the speaking, for everything, and actually to have actual officers present. So that's what I'm trying to do. But if we don't get that, we could still get it, do it eventually, and just have them come by and maybe be across the street watching us. But I literally wanted them to be right there with us. But if they can't, they can't. But if they're across the street and they're close by, that's good enough for me. So, but please, let's take this 4B movement very seriously, because this could be our one and only opportunity to try to get some real change in America and to bring so many women, especially black women, up out of poverty, and to change the whole trajectory of this country, to make it where women are really inclusive in not only government, but in the everyday workings of this country, and to make sure that all women have a decent life in America, period. Y'all mull on that, share that, find all the 4B movement videos you can of women promoting the separation of women from men so that we get back Roe versus Wade, we get back diversity and inclusion, and we get the addition of everything else that we need in this country to make women just as human, just as important, just as valuable, just as worthy as any white man, male in this country. That is what the mission is, women. Black women, put that in your head, brand it in, never let it go. Because we have to work twice as hard for our position in this society because people so anti-black, including the black male. So this is about us, black women. This is about us. Let us begin to move forward, stick together, stand up and stand out against black femicide and for the 4B movement. I got to get to the doctor. I'm going to see y'all soon. Be good, y'all.